Hey, welcome back. Today I'm here with Manny. How's it going, Manny?
Doing good, how are you?
I'm doing well. We're at Grand River Outfitting and Fly Shop, and we're gonna be putting together a beginner's tackle kit. I think we're gonna do a little bit of a challenge with this.
Yes, a little competition.
A little competition. So you're gonna put yours together, I'm gonna put mine together. We gave ourselves a $300 budget to work within,
That's right.
which in the fly fishing world, that can go quickly.
Very quickly.
But we're gonna make it work.
Yep.
We're gonna make the assumption that the person coming in has a rod and reel and a set of waders.
Yep.
Now, if you don't have a rod and reel, there's a lot of great combos out there in that $200 price point. You got two right here.
Yep, one's an Echo and one's a Fenwick. They both come with a rod, reel, and line. So you have everything included. Both these rods could last you a lifetime if you so choose. It's a great beginner or intermediate package.
And I think it's really important that when you are looking to buy your first rod and reel, especially when it's a fly rod and reel, don't buy cheap. A little more quality, right? You don't have to spend $1,000 on a rod, but $200 for a combo. So it's gonna serve you a lot better and a lot longer. It's gonna get you something that's gonna last you a while.
Yeah, for sure. $200 will last you years to come, and you'll get great enjoyment out of it.
All right, well, in the meantime, let's
get to the competition.
Yeah, let's get to it.
So if you're looking for a place to put all your fly gear, I recommend grabbing a sling pack. Now these packs go over your head, just wear like a little sling on your back, and you can put all your gear that you're gonna purchase today in this pack. Now this retails for $70, and it's a good place to start.
Okay, so we're gonna need a pack to start, and I think Manny grabbed the one that I wanted. So we'll go with this Fish Pond chest pack. Keep it nice and simple.
Okay, next on the agenda, we're grabbing leaders. Now, what I like to do is grab something right in the middle of in the leader spectrum, and that is a 4X. Now, Rio sells a 3-pack, which is great. So I'm getting a 9-foot 4X, and this retails for $20. And also, I'm also gonna get a sinking leader, which is actually called a Versa leader from Rio. And I'm grabbing a 7-foot, 7 inches per second sink rate, and should take care of a lot of situations for you.
Okay, you gotta grab some leaders. Rio has a 3-pack. You might go through a couple of these. So the 3-pack really helps. And I'm gonna grab a sink tip because it'll help if you're gonna fish some streamers.
Okay, now we're gonna need some accessories for our fly fishing extravaganza, and we're gonna start with a pair of forceps to get the hook out of the fish, a pair of nips to clip your line, and let's see what else. Some tippet. You always need some tippet. So we're grabbing some, we have some 4X leaders, so we're grabbing some 4X tippet, and also some 5X tippet. That should do good.
We're gonna need some accessories here. Actually, we'll start with some tippet. I got, what did I get? I got 3X.
Especially we can demo those line threaders. Those fine threaders that are really good for really tiny fly. You don't have those? No.
And hemostats and cutters all in one.
Oh, of course, we need some flies and a fly box. So let me see what I'm gonna pick here. Those. And you can't go wrong with one of those. Okay.
Well, who's grabbing flies? I'm gonna grab a net. There's this little value net back here. Now I'm gonna grab some flies. Some of these are so small. This is tough because I want to say the tacky box, but
I went cheap. I went cheap on my box.
actually that's not bad.
Need a net. Let's see here. Now we need some dry fly floating. And I think that will work. Perfect.
Do you have the vigor glasses kicking around?
They're coming in soon.
Those $30 pairs,
The
right?
$30 ones. They're polarized.
All right, awesome. Okay, we're gonna need some fly floatant. That's a dip. What is that? Go with the kink. And go with the BioStrike indicator. You got everything you need?
Hold on. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get Tanya to figure out where we are for budget.
Sounds good.
All right.
Now, I believe all of these items were on sale.
I don't
I tried. I tried.
know. Did you boys have fun?
We had a
Always.
blast.
Good.
It's always great when you're shopping with somebody else's money.
It is.
Well, that budget did make it a little, made it a little tricky.
Made it a little tricky.
Yeah,
I still think I'm under.
Yeah?
Think I'm under, yep.
I might be like right there or maybe over, but I think this is the most I've actually looked at the price of something in a fly shop. Usually it's just like, this is the one I like, this is the one I'm gonna get.
That's right. With tax, I pretty well came up on 302.84.
All right, that's not bad.
All right, your turn.
If he was right on, I'm gonna be over for sure. Am I not bright enough?
Just thought you might be, fishing at night. That's all I'm saying.
The thing about these starter kits, for the most part, these are all things that are gonna last quite a while.
Oh yeah, some of this stuff, well, you'll still have it years to come. So let's see what Daniel ended up with.
After taxes, $335.05.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
$335.05.
335.05.
So we went over.
You
But,
more than me.
Yeah, quite a bit over than you. But let's go over here and take a look at what we picked.
Sounds good.
All right.
Not bad, not bad.
You're a cup of coffee over, so
Yep, cup of coffee.
let's start talking about what we picked. I mean,
Okay.
I think for the most part, we got a lot of similarities.
Yeah, we got some of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe some different brands, but some of the same stuff. You might have went an extra accessory or two above me, but pretty well the same.
All right. All right. Well, I mean, let's start with the packs.
Okay. So I went with this Patagonia Sling Pack. It's great for over the shoulder, keeps the bulk of your materials behind you. Pretty well simple as that. This is something I like, but again, you can pick whatever you want. What about you, Daniel?
I went slightly different. You grabbed that sling pack before I got there.
Tried, yeah.
So I decided I'd go a little bit different with mine. I mean, when I'm on the river, generally, I try to pack light.
Okay.
It's more to do with not overthinking what I'm going to use, as opposed to not wanting to bring a bunch of stuff.
Right.
So a pack like this, especially for a beginner, keeping it simple out there you'll spend more time fishing and less time fiddling. Keeping it simple, this is a little chest pack right in front of you.
Sounds good.
And cool thing about this guy is it's got a little fly box,
that.
a little fly patch built into it that actually does come off.
Both picked up the same net.
Yeah, it's an economy net.
Yep.
I mean, the only disadvantage I see to this
Size.
size and maybe the size of the basket and maybe the actual mesh.
Yeah, the material.
But starting off, I think it's more important that you have something
so you're not handling the fish.
right. So
Yeah.
you handle the fish properly, minimize the time out of the water.
Exactly.
And treat the fish right. So it's more important to have something than nothing. So
Yeah. So I grabbed a 3-pack, 9-foot 4X leaders. I also grabbed a Versa leader, which is a sinking leader from Rio.
went with that 3-pack as well. It's actually a great
Perfect.
deal, and having a couple extra liters is really important when you're on the water because you never know, you might end up mucking up your leader somehow. We both got gink,
Yep.
and it's just a little floating. You just apply it to your
Yep.
flies. It keeps your flies up nice and high.
Yep. So you got a pair of hemostat.
Well, so these are combo hemostat and cutters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got the cutter there.
Yeah.
All right. I did not go with the combination cutter. I just went with the basic hemostat, but I also did grab a pair of
The shore cutters.
The shore cutters.
I spent a little more on the fly box. I went with the tacky box. The more I'm reading about these guys, the more I'm really digging them.
Right.
They're made out of recycled material and they're like impact proof. So they're gonna last a long, long time. I've had a lot of problems. I've bought cheap boxes in the past and I've had a lot of problems with them just getting destroyed because we're not always that easy on our gear.
Right.
And being new, I remember when I was new to the sport, I definitely wasn't taking care of my gear as well as I do now. So I went through quite a few. So spending a little bit more on a box like this,
How much did you spend on that one?
this guy's $30.
30 bucks. And I went with a generic, inexpensive $16 one. This one just grabbed my eye for, again, someone who's just getting into fly fishing. Has some different compartments in there. You can put in some dries, nymphs, streamers, even some split shot. So that's why I went with this little inexpensive one.
Let's talk about the flies that we
Nice.
picked.
Okay, so
I think we have some similarities here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at kind of all around flies. So we got some surface flies. Like I see, we both have a stimulator.
yeah, I grabbed one stimulator. I'm not a big dry fly guy, but I know the the time does come when you do need a dry fly, and this is a stimulator in a size 16, I believe, and this is your all-around attractor dry fly. Can represent a stonefly, caddisfly, or even a hopper at that time.
So I picked up the stimulator as well, but I also picked up a parachute Adams.
Okay.
You know, I'm fishing farther east than you are. We have a lot more mayfly hatches going
True.
on here.
Yep.
So if you ever do come across a mayfly hatch in Adams, it imitates a lot of different mayflies.
You have a hare's here?
I do. It's your general nymph. I
Yep.
mean, you can fish it as a stone. You can fish it as a, I mean, you can even just swing it. I also have a copper john. Also grabbed 2 caddis patterns, a little caddis, beadhead caddis. I think you got the same one.
I got the same one. I
Yeah.
did grab a blue-winged olive emerger.
There's this fly called an unfair advantage.
I am, as you know, a fan of soft hackle wets, and I grabbed a partridge in green here and also a partridge in orange. I did grab a controversial fly here, if you want to call it that. Again, I was concentrating more on the beginner fly fisherman, and I grabbed a squirmy worm.
From late October till mid-May and even into June.
Right.
Steelhead in the river, they're going to eat anything that looks like that. So,
Perfect.
you know, there's no, if it's going to catch you a fish, it doesn't matter how you're doing it.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you totally. My last fly here, I just want to get to, is the infamous woolly bugger. And if you were to grab one type of wet fly, you want to call it, or streamer that goes underwater, this is a bead-headed woolly bugger, black. And this represents so much different types of bait.
2 of the flies that I grabbed, one is a double bunny. So it's a little streamer. It imitates, it's got a lot of movement with the bunny hair. It's got a little bit of flash. It's got eyes. It imitates a bait fish. It's something that fish are gonna eat.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I picked up is a zoo cougar. And me personally, anything with deer hair.
I was going to say that has a little bit of the
That-
spun deer hair on the head.
Yep, that deer hair, that muddler look is just something that I think it attracts me as much as it attracts fish. So picked up some split shot.
Got you there? Yeah.
So I think yours is cheaper, but I went with a loon because mine is tin. I can walk into any of the national parks and anywhere I want to and fish with it. I did come $33 over our budget, so maybe.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
This is BioStrike. Basically what this is, it's like a Play-Doh. You mold it around your line and it works like a strike indicator. Depending on how you're fishing your nymphs, especially if you're gonna fish nymphs with shot, I like throwing an indicator on.
It isn't like, if it was just about catching fish, we'd probably be at times or more often not using the worm and a bobber. Let's not kid ourselves. But this is a little bit
Absolutely.
different. This is a, you know, it's a different sport as far as fly fishing goes, and especially a way of life to certain individuals. So to each his own. Daniel likes using a strike indicator. I do not, but I mean, hey, it catches fish.
Agreed. I think it's more about how you catch the fish
Yes, true. I
than
agree. I
going
agree.
out and catching as many fish as you can. So I think we both went into this with the same mindset
Yeah.
as giving whoever's going to go out and start into fly fishing baseline of many different opportunities and different ways to be able to fly fish.
Like, we tried to keep price in mind for their beginner fly fishermen, and you can go so many different ways with this, with the accessories and whatnot. So it's up to you. This is what I think, you know, to save a few dollars and just start out and get yourself out on the stream, creek, or river. This is about it.
We could have blown our budget just on a net.
We could have. Yes,
Could
we
have. And you know what? Like the differences between your baseline and top end net is the same thing as with your rod and your reel
And line and
your
whatnot.
line and your
Yep.
packs and everything. It's all about what's going to serve you best. And when you're starting off, maybe you don't exactly know what's going to serve you best. So getting into something that's quality, but at a good price,
Yeah,
it's very important.
And that's why you want to come in and see Scott and Tanya and here at Grand River Outfitting Fly Shop, and they'll put you on the right track.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Manny, thanks. It was fun.
Thank you.
You know, I was about $30 over. You're $2 over.
Hey, we're the same.
Yeah.
Let's just call it even, and I got a better idea. Let's go fishing.
That sounds great.
All right, sounds good.
Yes. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you check out Grand River Outfitting and Fly Shop on Instagram. It's GR Outfitters. And hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.
See you later.
Let's go catch some fish.